for joining us at 6 tonight. I'm Julie Montanaro.
And I'm Jacob Murphy, the third FAMU presidential finalist to visit campus, meeting with the community right now. This, in fact, a live look at Marva Johnson at her final meeting of the day, taking questions from FAMU alumni.
Just moments ago, Johnson did address concerns about her lack of experience leading a school or university.
As a member of the State Board of Ed and as the chair of the State Board of Ed, I've spent a lot of time working in education policy as well as in managing performance as it relates to delivering the outcomes that our families need for our students here in the state of Florida.
Some of Johnson's critics rallying on campus today, including FAMU alum and movie producer Will Packer. Our Stacey Inez was there and joins us from FAMU right now. Stacey, what was his message?
Well, Julie, he said today that he came to show support for Bill Proctor in his calling out of the presidential search. He said he wants to point out that he's not endorsing any one candidate specifically, but he came to specifically protest against Marva Johnson. Now, he also says he feels she's just not qualified to run this historically black college.
No MAGA Marva! No MAGA Marva! No MAGA Marva!
Those chants filled the Will Packer Amphitheater Wednesday as the award-winning film producer himself paid a visit protesting Marva Johnson's candidacy in the FAMU presidential search.
This is an inflection point for this university, and it is a time for folks like myself who stand on the shoulders of others whose legacy has created this institution to make sure we stand up and protect it.
Packer says Johnson's addition to the list of finalists is concerning, as he says her credentials don't represent someone who should lead a university.
While troubling, Marva's political affiliations alone are not the reason this has so many people up in arms. It is her lack of higher education administration experience, her lack of HBCU experience, her lack of cultural connectivity to the very community that she is asking to lead. That's why folks are up in arms.
FAMU student Elijah Hooks is also the chief of staff for the Florida Student Association. He started the Change.org petition against Marva Johnson, which now has more than 11,000 signatures.
Because we want a leader that represents us as a student. At the end of the day, the students make up the university, but our leader represents us throughout different various platforms. So we want a leader that represents the true values of our students.
He says he doesn't want other students to think they don't have a voice.
Today is the opportunity for us to stand up and be at the forefront of what activism and justice is, and that's what FAMU represents.
And Packer says this protest is necessary to protect other universities in the future.
The undermining of the true principles and pillars on which HBCUs are built, this is bigger than FAMU. But like always, FAMU is prepared to lead the way, and I'm proud to be a part of that.
Now, this protest specifically was held today to coincide with Johnson's interview. Now, the final candidate, Donald Palm, is set for an interview tomorrow, and then the Board of Trustees is expected to meet Friday to name their top choice. For now, live from FAMU, Stacey Inez, WCTV Eyewitness News.
All right, Stacey, thank you. And there is one more finalist left. FAMU's Executive Vice President Donald Palm will have his official visit and interview tomorrow. The board's final selection will be submitted to Florida's Board of Governors. That could happen as early as